Last time on Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice.
You guys realize attorney can be used for both a prosecutor and a defense, right?
And now back to Apollo Justice 2. Wait a second. This is my case!
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Last time we left off, we started the game, and now we must continue where we left off, and figure out who the killer is. Oh yeah, we think it's Hippie Jesus, right? I forgot what his name is. He's just, yo, dude, yo. I don't really remember where we left off because I was so tired last night. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Well, you know what they say, baby. Never trust a lawyer, man. But transgressor against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Anderson. I still don't get the pun. As a treasure's keeper, you must be shocked to learn it had been stolen.
I can only play that one chord, dude. Yeah, man, that was not cool.
Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, Mr. Anderson.
That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key. It looks like a Megatama, don't it? Oh, I love it so much, you gotta keep it on me at all times, can you dig? But the sneaky thief went and cracked open that sucker anyway. Total bummer, man.
You sound like another client I had, like 8 years ago.
Yo, dude, I totally didn't kill anyone, okay?
Well, no Cyclops appeared, so I guess I'm good. Wait, were you involved in the murder? God dang it. So that's the key to the treasure box, is it?
You know it, baby. It's called the Megatama key, and it's a historical artifact to boot. It's been passed down from head monk to head monk at temple to temple.
The Megatama key, huh?
The Megatama key.
God, I love my updated sprite. It looks so cool now. I'm like, yeah. I'm like in a darker blue than before. It's like, it's supposed to symbolize that I've grown.
And now someone jacked the treasure on my watch. It's a real buzzkill, man. How am I ever gonna face Her Holiness again? Ugh. Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb.
Why do I always get the far out ones?
Mr. Anderson, you witnessed the accused and the victim heading to the treasure room.
You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped that tiny transgressor.
Oh, would you please give the court your testimony regarding what you saw? I still can't get over the fact that I'm not the same judge.
To bring justice against the transgressor, man, yes, of course, I'll do all I can. In the name of Her Holiness, I vow to sing, not but the truth I swear to bring. I sound like I'm rapping, but I'm just trying to go with the melody. Hit me.
Please don't sing your testimony. We kind of had that once before, and it was not very pleasant. And he didn't end up killing anyone, but I think you did, so. After the morning dance of devotion, to go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room? Hey, hey. Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear. If anyone to the treasure room goes near,
Obi was the only one. Obi was the only one.
Before the blackout, one other than roll. And they'll be to the treasure room to troll. Troll! We don't have to. Well, tell me I was hallucinating just now.
Like, can you believe Mr. Roll bit the big one after that? Harsh, man.
I share your sentiments. You were the one who discovered the victim's body, weren't you, Mr. Anderson?
What? You found the body as well? He really is a key witness then.
Dude, like, that's right, brother. After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give power back to the people. The circle box is near my chamber, so I'm always the man for the job, you feel me?
The accused are in the first floor hallway, and in front of the storeroom.
On the way, I got a whiff of something funky. Blood, man. Really harsh but mellow. I knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. And I was like, whoa, man! There was poor Mr. Roll dead as a doornail. Oh my gosh. God dang it, this is my head.
In the interval between the end of the dance of devotion and the blackout, the only ones who went to the scene of the crime were the victim and the accused.
Unassailable account is what led to the accused's arrest. Sorry, I can't read.
Ugh, hold it!
Isn't it possible that the murder took place before the end of the dance of devotion?
Didn't you just prove that you're stupid? I'm afraid that's not possible. The victim was in the performance hall until the very end of the dance.
He was?
Would you like some proof? How's this? A photo taken by a tourist of the morning dance of devotion.
Yo, dude, look at me. I'm like playing my... what's this instrument called again?
What's our fake instrument? Because that just looks like an electric guitar to me. I know it's not, because it has those weird things at the end.
My, graceful dancing. I can almost hear the sound of Mr. Andiston's demolin now.
Right, my demolin, dude. Payne's right, there's Mr. Roll on duty. Supposedly.
Never underestimate the incredible pain.
So in addition to Rava's insight, he had backup evidence lined up too, huh?
God dang it. God doodly dang it. Why? As head monk, my monks in training are like my own kids, like family. Can you dig it? I should have taught I'll be better, man.
For all is a holy mother, I'll be confessed your sins as a young brother.
Please stop doing that, dude. Head monk, Andiston, I didn't kill Mr. Roll, so I don't have anything to confess to the Holy Mother.
What? Bogus, little man. Your faith is weak, like a wet paper bag. Are you feeling me?
Spare the ruddy baby. Spoil the child, not baby.
Dude, and like, Her Holiness is magnanimous. Magnanimous.
I don't know why I didn't read that properly. Magnanimous.
Son, if you confess your guilt, she'll forgive you in the Twilight Realm. I don't suppose she can forgive him in this realm first.
Defense, please begin your cross-examination. Wow, I'm so cool at this now. I like this dude. It's like, you have a funny name, so I like you. You're gonna stay here, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Wait, but I was thinking of leaving in like 3 weeks.
No, I'm staying here forever. Bye.
How could you tell it was Albie just from the sound of some footsteps? Albie is practically family, man. The smooth groove of his shoes are easy to pick out.
But how do you know he went to the treasure room? Didn't you think it was possible he went to the storeroom at the other end of the hall?
No way, man. I saw him with my own 2 eyes.
You saw him?
In the treasure room.
This you can believe. My peppers beat the sneaky sneak, I'll be peepers.
And tell us where it is you stood when you saw the accused, if you would.
Please stop, this is really annoying.
When I heard the footsteps, I looked out the window. From my window, I can see the window of the first floor hallway across the courtyard, you dig? And through that window, I saw Albie walking into the treasure room.
Should I have him add the statement to his testimony? Could you please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Andiston?
You got it, brother.
Okay, now we're gonna say, buddy, well, shut off!
So how on earth did you see that?
It'd be like,
whoa! I'm sorry, hippie Jesus, but I'm gonna have to disprove your testimony right here and now.
Objection!
Boom! Slam my desk. There's something off about that, Mr. Andiston. My music is off? I'm sorry you feel that way, man. Maybe this vibe ain't top on the charts where you're from. What's your poison? Orchestra? Jazz soul?
There's nothing wrong with my ears, witness, but something's not quite right with your eyes. Mr. Andiston, you've been lying to this court.
Now why would I lie? I got nothing to hide. Truth and truth alone is all I sing. Doing you all now, lying ain't my thing. Stop playing music! I contend otherwise. Do you recognize this object, Mr. Andiston? It's a temple notice, man. What of it? In this notice, the following instruction of the temple monks is written. All of the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. What you talking about, Phoenix? I'm talking about the fact that from your chamber, you couldn't have seen anyone going into the treasure room through those shutters. Ugh! Looks like you didn't get the memo. No way! I don't believe it, man! If you don't believe it, why don't you read the notice for yourself? Let's see. Something, will, something for something. Is that your idea of reading? Wait, can he not read English? I'm not so hot at reading Kuranese, man. Oh, it's in a different language. I usually get one of the other monks to read stuff for me, you know? Doesn't that make your duties as head monk a little difficult? Hey, cut me some slack, man. I only moved to the country 6 months ago. It's quite recent, isn't it? So, how does someone who's only been here 6 months become head monk of a temple?
How little you understand. Religious faith can't be measured in months or years. I've only been in here in Kuranism for 3 months myself. The Holy Mother's teaching really spoke to me, prompting me to stay in this country.
Or was it the fact that there are no lawyers here that spoke to you,
Mr. Payne, I know just how you feel, my man. Her Holiness's teaching spoke to me, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Brother Dumb and Brother Dumber. Well, I know why Payne suddenly became a believer in Kuranism. Could Andiston have had an ulterior motive for becoming a believer too? Mr. Andiston, were you really in your chamber as you claim?
What? Hey, be chill, brother.
Weren't you instead somewhere else?
Mr. Wright, what kind of nonsense are you spouting now?
According to Mr. Andiston's testimony, he saw Albie with his own eyes. Therefore, is it really nonsense to suggest he could have seen Albie from somewhere else?
Well...
Do you have a theory of defense? Do you know where Mr. Andiston was, if not in his chamber?
If he wasn't in his room, then... only one place. If Albie had gone down to the hallway towards the treasure room, there are only a few places he could have seen Albie from. I do have a theory, Your Majesty. Let's say the witness really did see Albie going towards the treasure room. What then? The defense proposes that this is the only place it could have been to see Albie go down that hall.
There? What you just suggested earlier, that's where the true culprit might have been.
True, but no matter how I look at it, this is the only place Andiston could have been.
Mr. Foreign Lawyer, don't tell me. Were you accusing Mr. Andiston of being the true culprit in this case?
Yeah, boy. Yes, Your Majesty. I contend there's a strong possibility this witness is the murderer. God, this is equivalent to like getting Michael Jackson up on the stand and being like, "This guy is the murderer." And it was like,
What you talking about? How dare you be so disrespectful? First you criticize Her Benevolence's insights, now you accuse the head monk of murder?
this is the only place the witness could have been. If he was here, he could have struck the victim down from behind and moved the body to the treasure room.
That's nothing but groundless conjecture.
And there's one more thing.
Do you remember what was said in the opening arguments?
The opening argument.
During that argument, it was suggested that Albie use his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure.
That's right. And what of it?
Well, why don't we try this twist on for size? The thief used his position as head monk of the temple to get a hold of the treasure.
What?
What?
You joshing me, man? The key to the treasure box has been passed down from head monk to head monk. What better position to be in if you want to steal the treasure?
You can't possibly be serious.
Does this mean you're claiming that Mr. Andiston's oath of faith is nothing but a lie designed to get him close to the treasure?
The witness hasn't been truthful in his testimony to this court, so clearly he isn't above lying. Didn't you swear to the Holy Mother that not but the truth would you bring? In light of that, I don't think it's unfair to call your faith into question.
This is ridiculous. Are there no limits to what this lawyer will say? I mean, lie is such a strong word. Maybe it was just a mistake.
Rafa, maybe? Or me? Me, it's me! Enough with the nervous wreck routine, prosecutor. It's all gonna be fine, dude. You're just embarrassing yourself, man.
What?
What was that, Mr. Andiston?
Lawyer man, you really are the lowest of the low. You've gone and said something I can't forgive. So now you die. You call my belief into question, my faith in the Holy Mother. And nobody gets away with that.
Oh, snap. Oh! Oh!
Now I'm Middle Jesus, yeah!
What on earth? That music, it's making my ears bleed.
I'm gonna play you a little song called Enter Sandman. Do 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 do. This is the music of my soul! Death to the lawyer! I'm the Twilight Messenger, can you tell? Gonna take this lying lawyer straight to hell. He's driven with lies, running with Philistines, gonna send the lawyer to the guillotines. And now for something completely different. The plickety-plunky music would just let me express my rage. Your rage, huh? Isn't the real source of your anger having your lie exposed? You just don't get it. If I lied, it's cause you drove me to it. All sniffing around and suspicious, throwing out false accusations. Sorry, but as a lawyer, I'm afraid that's my job. Yeah, well, lawyers are crap. Keep making noise, and I'll have to use my partner here on ya. I'm the one making noise. Hey, so you want to know the truth, huh? Think you can handle the truth? Do ya? Fine. Let's see you try. Feel the heat of my brutal death beat. Savage, right? Sweating bullets, ain't ya? The screams of my soul are gonna make a mosh pit of this peanut gallery. I'm like a crazy Gavin. Did he really just win the court over with that performance? We're gonna play a song called We'll Rock You. Alright, here's my one part in the song. Yo, geezer, I got something to testify. Get ready for the howling of my soul. I call this the chart topper. Soul screaming truth. The Priestess's dance had come to an end. To the music storeroom my way I did wend. Death, truth is what you dread. Hear me shred. From my spot in front of the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room. And trailing from behind, hound on the scent, I saw Pat roll. After Albie he went. Me and my girl here, innocent and sweet, back by the storeroom, can't be beat. Then I went the power ticket to midnight, blacker than blackest black, robbing now all sight. Yeah, baby, let that soul metal flow.
Huh? What is that music? I've never heard anything like it. And it's so fast, it's making my head spin.
This is Tamale Metal.
Oh, I like it.
Hey, yo, geezer, how are those ears ringing? I don't know much about music, but I've got chills, and they're multiplying. You scared, lawyer man? Run away, fast as you can.
What a wonderful rhythm. Perfect accompaniment for further deliberations. Now, Mr. Andiston, what did you go to the music storeroom for?
Hey, I went to put my dumb Allin away. She's my precious partner. Gotta give her a good rest after playing on the right. But then why did you lie before? Because you'd send me to hell. Huh? We all know about lawyers and their lying, lawyerly ways. Am I right, people? If I admitted I went to the store, he'd have drummed up a false charge on me. I didn't want to get sent to hell. What'd you say?
Right, that's not what happened.
Now I see why the Defense Culpability Act was passed. You feel me, Karain?
Yeah, you said it, dude.
Is it too much to ask for a low-key trial? Now are you punks ready to rock or what? I can't hear you. I said you're ready to teach this blind lawyer we do things around here.
Shut up, Payne.
Alright, then I'm gonna lay it on you one more time. The screaming truth of my soul. Cross-examination.
Hold it!
Where were you when the power outage occurred? Like I said, I was in the music storeroom. My girl had been sounding a little off, so I had to get her back in tune. Isn't it true that you were actually in the hallway at that time? The hallway, you say? Why would I be in the hallway? You were waiting for Mr. Roll to come back from his patrol of the treasure room. Now that he discovered that the treasure had been stolen, you were going to kill him. Lawyer man, just as always, so full of bull. Spewing noxious lies and pulling the wool. Filthy lawyer, liar, through and through, and I ain't never even gonna forgive you.
Utter lies with no evidence as always. His claims are just tenuous.
Hey, nice prosecutor. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Someone stop their jam session, please.
You've made your assertions clear, defense, but your argument is rather unsubstantiated.
That's not good. What's so funny, Pease, Lubin, and Diston? Nevertheless, possibility is still there. You can't deny the witness could have killed the victim under cover of darkness.
You're forgetting one very important thing.
Huh?
Ha ha ha. Seems you've forgotten that the outage happened by chance, not design.
Oh, it's right.
Oh, that's right. I did forget about that.
Not like the Witness planned the outage so that he could take advantage of the darkness. And without darkness, it would have been hard to sneak up behind Mr. Roll and kill him.
Oh, you're right. Even I would notice someone coming up behind me. Well, Defense, what do you have to say about that?
What can I say about that?
Mr. Wright, your claim is completely without merit. Unless you want to argue that the Witness somehow magically made the outage happen.
Well, maybe not magically, but... Wait, that's it! I contend the Witness could have made the power outage happen, with no magic necessary.
What?
You have a theory, Defense?
All I had to do was make use of something shown on this diagram. Would the Witness use... Oh, the breaker, of course. The Witness was in the storeroom. The circuit box is on the storeroom end of the hallway. There's nothing really magical about turning off the breaker, wouldn't you say?
Ah!
Nice try. But that theory doesn't hold water, lawyer man. And why not? You're saying I turned the breaker off and then snuck up on Mr. Roll and hit him? In pitch black darkness with no source of light whatsoever. That what you're saying? Oh, but the thing glows in the dark. Ha ha ha. With the lights off, that hallway is blacker than 100 midnights. You can't see the hand in front of your face. How can anybody commit a murder like that? Unless it was somebody standing right in front of the victim like the accused. I hate when he's right, but I can't just let his point stand. Well, maybe the victim was holding something that served as a guide?
A guide through the darkness?
Something. That's more than a little vague, wouldn't you agree?
We ain't gonna move this room with a half-big hunch like that, bro. You gotta hit him hard, really make him feel it, you hear me? Just like my verse, baby. Woo, woo!
I'm afraid I don't understand the Witness's lyrics very well either. But in a trial, your arguments have to be clear and precise. Let's see some of that clarity and precision now, Defense.
Uh-oh. What do I do?
Can you present to us something that could have served as a guide through the darkness?
I can, baby. Yes, I can. Because there has to be something.
Alright, let's see what you have, Defense. What could the victim have been holding that served as a guide through the darkness?
Boom! I believe the victim was holding the treasure box.
Huh?
Huh?
Have you gone mad?
Well, the box glows in the dark, so you could use it as a sort of beacon.
Well, I guess you're right.
But why in the world would the victim be holding the treasure box?
Oh, well, because your guess is as good as mine.
What is this lawyer talking about?
Nonsense and lies yet again.
Give him the death penalty already.
Is there no way to win them over? Why is Monokuma still here?
Defense. Are we going to be needing those tongue shears after all?
No, your majesty. Yeah, man, do it! Then we can jam out to this lawyer shrieks of pain. Better get those screams banging out now, lawyer man. Well, you still have a tongue to scream with. I guess I better come up with a reason. No pressure or anything. As to why the victim was holding the treasure box, it can easily be explained as thus. Brain, don't fail me now. What reason could the victim possibly have to be holding that treasure box? The victim was holding the treasure box because he was... the thief? That's what I've been thinking, but I don't know. A devout believer. Oh, here it is.
It's an idea I just happened to stumble upon. But I think it just might be the answer. And it would turn this whole trial upside down.
Hello? Defense? Are you still with us? Let's hear this easy explanation you promised.
Isn't it possible that it was because the victim himself was the thief?
The victim?
The thief?
What kind of bull are you spewing now? New Magistrate, this guy's off his rocker.
If the victim was the thief, everything we've learned so far would all make sense. And it would give us a completely new way to interpret the victim's actions.
After the morning dance of devotion, Mr. Roll went to the treasure room.
He grabbed the box that contained the treasure and started to take off with it. But then he ran to Albie on the Great Stairs. That's why Mr. Roll pulled his gun on Albie. Then, when the blackout occurred, Mr. Roll was bludgeoned to death in the darkness. This explains why the victim would be holding a glowing treasure box in the dark, and how it would have been possible for someone other than the accused to kill him.
Do you have any idea what you're saying?
You're unbelievable, lawyer man. I think you've lost it. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Trying to roll the temple?
That devout believer? That pious Curinus?
I won't allow you to disparage the victim's departed soul with unfounded allegations. Are you prepared to back up your claim?
Of course, your majesty.
Oh, really? In that case, can we assume you have proof?
Uh-oh. Proof, huh? Do I have any proof?
But I can't back down now. Yes, I have proof. In my dreams. The proof that Mr. Roll was the thief may have been left behind on a certain piece of evidence.
Very well. Let's see your evidence and be ready to stand behind it.
Footprints, fingerprints. I'll take anything at this point. I need proof. Something that would have been involved with the theft. And that might still have some trace evidence left on it.
What proof do you have that the victim might have been the thief?
The defense would like to examine the treasure box. There might be trace evidence on it that would show the victim had held it.
Might. You better hope you turn something more definitive than that, defense.
Yes, sir, your majesty.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the treasure box. There you are, defense. You're free to examine it.
If I don't find something now, my entire argument up to this point will be blown. Plus, there's that little matter of the old tongue shears. I have to find something. I just have to. Now, make sure I remember how to do this.
Hey!
What?
You son of a... You locked it!
So? What's the big deal? I thought you can open it with that key you're wearing.
Yeah, I can. No sweat.
Then why is there a bucket load dripping off of you over there? I think I'd like to open this box back up again. Could you lend me your Megatama key?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. Where's the keyhole?
Well, it's the Magatama key. So wanna go in the hole? So wanna go in the hole above the Magatama mark?
Huh? It won't open.
Huh. Would you look at that? The thief must have busted the lock when they forced this box open.
Really? Because I'm not so sure about that.
In any case, I'd better take another good look. I have to find proof that the victim was holding this box.
Huh. I don't know, how about the handprint?
This bloodstain. It shows the outline of a hand. Could this be what I've been looking for? Your Majesty, take a look at this. There's a bloodstain here that outlines the shape of the hand.
Really? Let me see that. Oh my, you're right.
Now I'm getting somewhere. I believe the bloodstain is an outline of the victim's hand as he was holding the box.
What?
Even as he was being struck, he held on tight to the precious treasure box. After all, he'd gone through a lot of trouble to steal it. The blood from his head wound splattered across his hand and onto the box.
Your Majesty, don't let yourself be taken in. It's more of his lawyerly deceit.
What do you mean?
Heh Mr. Wright, where's your proof that the outline of that is that of the victim's hand?
What? I should have seen this coming.
Either show proof or prepare to meet the shears. Or you could save us all some time and bite your tongue out now and submit it instead.
That I did not see coming.
All defense, how about it? Do you have proof the outline is of the victim's hand?
Wherever the proof of something like that even be. Oh, his hand was bloody, wasn't it? Yup. Wait, what? Yeah! Oh, okay, cool, yes.
Please submit your evidence at this time. What evidence shows that the outline of the treasure box is out of the victim's hand?
I've got it. This is the evidence gonna save my beloved tongue. Mr. Payne, despite your claims about my forked tongue, it just so happens I have the proof you require.
You do?
It's right here in the crime scene photo.
It is? Where? Defense, please point it out.
What proves the defendant is the victim's hand, you ask? Well, his hand. Mr. Payne, take a good look at the victim's hand. See this? That's blood.
What?
If we place Mr. Rolf's hand inside the bloody outline...
You think the blood on his hand would complete the splatter?
Exactly. Here goes nothing. And if they do form one complete splatter, it would prove my theory correct.
Then, the victim really was holding the box.
I'm willing to bet my life on it. The defense reasserts that the victim was the thief who stole the treasure box.
You can't be serious! I protest. There's no way that would ever match up. I assert that it's patently impossible for... Ow!
Talk about tongue karma. Sounds like he just bit his. What's the matter, Mr. Payne? Did your forked tongue get tangled up in there? Or were you trying to submit your own tongue to the court?
You...
I can hardly believe it. Apparently not everything out of the defense's mouth is a bluff.
Of course not, Your Majesty. This tongue doesn't lie. And I'd like to continue to use my tongue in the future, too, if you wouldn't mind. He never has to know it really was a bluff.
No, not Mr. Roll. I can't believe it.
I'm sorry, Albie. I know it's upsetting news. He must have needed the money badly, probably to support his family. After all, he even gave up his dream of becoming a monk to help them.
Oh, so the thing Mr. Roll would say to me. Albie, you train hard to make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say.
Yeah. He was probably warning you not to end up a thief.
Mr. Roll. Now wait just 1 minute. The victim was a thief and he was holding the treasure box. Does that mean Mr. Roll was holding the murder weapon when he was killed?
Oh, it's a very good point. Doesn't make much sense, does it?
If the victim was holding the treasure box, it couldn't have been the murder weapon. Oh. I need to see the other dude again, but that's a different guitar. Or whatever it's called. He used that, didn't he? Which means the real murderer weapon must have been something else.
A real murder weapon?
Why, something else?
The blood was thought to have gotten on the box when the box was used as a weapon. But it turns out that wasn't the case. The blood spattered on the treasure box the victim was holding when he was struck with the real weapon. That's what really happened. Isn't that right, Mr. Andiston? It is. It's a different thing. Are you insinuating I'm the one who used this real weapon? Are you saying I'm wrong in my Andiston? You got me riled up, lawyer man. I feel a song coming up. Looking for a weapon that just doesn't exist. Pathetic lawyer man dropped into the abyss. Despicable lawyer man, yo, you made me sick. You disappear just like a magic trick. Worthless lawyer man done in by a weapon. For you miserable wretch, held off be beckon. Yeah!
I know I don't need to remind you, defense, that your life is on the line.
I know you, Magistrate.
Yet you're prepared to risk it on this mere idea of real murder weapon.
Death to the lawyer. This is it, the moment of truth. I can't back down, not now. Yes, Sir Magistrate, I am. I'm confident the real murder weapon does indeed exist.
That's a bold claim, Mr. Wright. Now let's see you back it up. Show us which piece of evidence points us to this real murder weapon.
Gladly! If I knew which one it was, what would somebody like Andiston use to bludgeon someone? I wonder.
Now the defense, please submit your evidence to court.
Yeah, let's see it, lawyer man. Let's see this thing that shows the real murder weapon you say that I used.
Take that!
What I'm about to present is really nothing more than a possibility. But this thin thread is all I've got. Allow me to direct the court's attention to this photo of the morning dance of devotion.
That photo? How is that going to help you, Mr. Wright?
There's something about it that doesn't sit right with me. Oh yeah? And what's this something, This thing here is odd, to say the least.
Take that!
Mr. Andiston, why is the instrument you're holding different from the one you're playing in the photo?
Would you look at that? They're completely different shapes.
I believe you said your Demalin was your one and only.
Well, Mr. Anderson, what do you have to say to that?
I got nothing to say. Then allow me to answer for you. They're different because the one in the photo is no longer in playable condition. Boom! Not after you use it to bludgeon Mr. Roll to death! My little partner wasn't doing so hot, so I brought her sister along, that's all. Not a big deal, lawyer man. In that case, please submit your old Demalin to this court as evidence. Too bad. You're too late. I got rid of her yesterday. You what? Burned her up with the rest of the trash. Ashes to ashes, baby. No! He's already destroyed the evidence. And I see more trash right here in this court than needs to burn in the fires of hell. Lawyer trash. Now there's no proof to show. Oh, come on, that was pathetic. Your agony could sound better than that. Where's that great scream of yours? This can't be how it ends.
Well, I think I've heard enough. It seems the defense is unable to produce the evidence it needs to prove its assertion.
But your majesty, that's only because the witness destroyed it.
Evidence is everything in court. Don't tell me you've forgotten this most fundamental principle of our profession.
Well, that's sufficient proof. The claim that Mr. Diston is the murderer is no more than conjecture.
That's the pain expression I've been looking for. By the way, there seems to be one more thing you're forgetting.
What is it now?
You accuse Mr. Diston of being the thief. But the real thief turned out to be the victim.
Uh-oh.
And with that, Mr. Diston's purported motive for murder goes out the window.
Ah! Great point, prosecutor. You tell him. If I'd been there, I would have just collared Rawl and gotten the treasure back. Wait, what? There wasn't any reason for me to kill him now. Was there? There's no good counter-argument to that.
Sounds to me like Mr. Diston has been completely wrongfully accused. Unfortunate as it may be, I think it's time to hand down the verdict in this case.
Not good. Not good.
Defense, I trust you understand what you yourself will receive for taking on this case.
God dang it. What did I do to you people? What do I do? The murder weapon's been destroyed, and now I've got no motive. Poor Albie will be convicted, and I'll lose my life too.
Mr. Wright, you've wasted this court's time and disparaged everything we hold sacred. We should charge you with lese majesty, in addition to the crime of abetting the accused.
Yeah, you should pay for desecrating my good name. Bye-bye, lawyer man. Time for you to do some repenting in the Twilight Realm. This guy is guilty as sin. I just know it. He must have had some reason to kill Mr. Roll, but what? Come on, people, let me hear you scream and shout! Time to take this lawyer trash out. No. Oh, the thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around and do my fun little mini game. That's kind of just Edward's logic. I shouldn't be trying to figure out what Mr. Andiston's motive was. I should be thinking about what kind of situation would give him a motive.
Did you steal it? He said.
We know that Mr. Roll was the thief, and they had gotten his hands on the box. So then why? Why in the world did he ask Albie that question? What about the treasure box would have prompted him to... Oh!
Defense was...
Oh! He wasn't talking about the treasure box, was he? Oh! Oh! No. The treasure! Did you steal the treasure inside?
What's gotten into you?
Now I get it. Now it all makes sense. Like Pokunka, man. What you trying to say? Motoring to school into yourself sounds like you knocked something loose upstairs. Your Majesty. Please hold off on your ruling for just a little while longer.
Don't tell me you're going to start begging for your life now.
No, Your Majesty, that's not it. It's just that I realized something important. We've been operating under a serious misconception this whole time.
A misconception, you say?
That's right. A mistaken notion about the treasure box. But could this really be true? If so, there's still a lot to figure out.
Very well. Let's hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, this is more of his nonsense. He's just stalling for time.
This is your last chance, defense. The second I find it really is nothing but nonsense, no amount of begging will stay my hand. Understand?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Huh. We all know this is just gonna be another one of your stupid bluffs.
Now then, defense. What is this misconception you mentioned?
The thing we didn't realize about the treasure box was that it was empty. What if the treasure box was already empty from the start?
What?
What?
Please recall that when Mr. Roll ran to Albie on the Great Stairs, he asked the boy a question.
Did you steal it?
He said, also recall that Mr. Roll was holding the treasure box at the time. So why then did he ask Albie the question that he did?
That is a bit peculiar, isn't it?
Not at all, Your Majesty. Not once you realize that by the time Mr. Roll got to the training room, the treasure box was already empty.
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Mr. Roll suspected that Albie had gotten into it first, which is why he confronted Albie when he ran into the boy on the stairs.
Objection!
But how would the victim have known the treasure box was empty? He didn't have any way of opening it.
Objection!
Once a year, the victim had the duty of carrying the treasure box to the palace.
He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's Rite.
He would have been able to tell by the weight when he lifted that the box was empty.
Oh, I see. Yes, I suppose he would have been able to tell, wouldn't he?
Mr. Roll most likely decided to at least steal the empty box. It's an important historical artifact in and of itself, after all.
Ah, but what's your point, Mr. Wright? What does any of this have to do with Mr. Andiston?
My point is this. He gave Mr. Andiston a motive to murder the victim.
A motive?
Mr. Andiston, keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, isn't it? So if anyone had found out that the treasure was missing, you would have been accused of incompetence. From the moment Mr. Roll discovered that the treasure was gone, his fate was sealed. Because he decided then that he had to be silenced forever.
But that's absurd!
Can you believe the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth? This is all just a colossal joke.
So then, what really happened to the treasure?
It had been stolen long before this incident occurred by Mr. Peelsbin Andiston himself.
Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to accuse Mr. Andiston? Your Majesty, please don't listen to these trumped-up charges. The defense is grasping.
Objection!
The treasure box can only be opened with the key Mr. Andiston holds. Who else could have stolen the treasure?
Objection!
As I said, the accused stole the treasure by forcing open the box. Your Majesty, I call for a swift ruling.
I'm not ready to give my verdict yet.
What?
The defense has successfully presented a new possibility in this case.
Yes, finally, a tiny shred of hope.
Mr. Andiston, would you care to make any statements in response to the defense's claims?
Ugh!
This is all bull. My noggin's a rage cage and it's ready to explode, baby.
Instructor and Distant, please calm yourself.
I'm not gonna take it. No, I ain't gonna take it. I dutifully watched over that treasure with pride. And now I'm getting accused of stealing it? This lawyer is a lying scumbag. Ah! You better believe I got something to say. Open up your ear holes, sheeple. Let's rock. Death to the lying lawyer.
Oh. God dang it, another one. Witness testimony.
Lying lawyer. Steal the founder's orb. Me, I didn't. This lying lawyer's insults no limit. All this time I guarded the orb faithfully. It's a great duty to the Holy Mother, easy to see. Hands unclean, the accuser did the deed. Force the box open, no key did he need. Lying lawyer, condemn him to hell. Kick him, throw him into a prison cell.
Alright, we've now heard from both sides. Either the treasure box was forced open by the accused, as the witness claims, or Mr. Andis didn't open it, as the defense claims. Defense, this is your last chance to cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Majesty.
If you are unable to prove your assertions by the end of this cross-examination,
Then the DC Act will come into play, and both you and the accused will lose your lives.
I understand. Life or death. It all comes down to this.
Mr. Wright.
Don't worry, Albie. I'm here to defend you. I promise it'll be alright.
Thank you. I believe in you, Mr. Wright. I know you can win this for us. And after we win, we can go see Miss Maya. Together.
It's a deal. I can't let Albie down. I have to win this trial. Somehow, I have to prove that only Andiston could have stolen the treasure. Do your worst, lawyer Trask. This is your requiem. The last song you'll ever hear on this mortal coil. Oh no. Cross-examination.
swing.
Hold it!
The defendant didn't force the box open. That's a lie. In fact, you're the one who opened it. Isn't that right? Huh. Come on. You just saw for yourself, didn't you? The lock was busted on account of the box being forced open. Oh, yeah. Well, there's your proof right there. Ugh. Score one from the metalhead. Look, if the accused really didn't try to force his way into the box, then how do you explain why the lock was busted and wouldn't open for you earlier? How do I explain why the box wouldn't unlock earlier? Maybe there's a different key, a different way to open it? There's a different way to open the box. Huh? What are you talking about? There's a secret trick to opening it, to protect its contents from being stolen. And you're the only one who knows how it works, isn't that right? Are you for real? You've been watching too many movies, lawyer man.
Ah, so you're one of those, Taurus. Honestly, Mr. Wright, did you come expecting magic and mystery around every corner?
I'll have you know, defense. The kingdom of Kurain is not some sort of fantasy funland.
Ugh. It's true I don't have any real grounds to make that assertion. And yet... Oh yeah, I feel another song coming on. A little number about a crazy lawyer with wild, fantastic ideas. The real method to open the lock, you say. Delusional man, there ain't no other way.
Ah, new verse. Please do add it to your testimony, Mr. Andiston.
The real method to open the lock, you say? Delusional man, there ain't no other way.
And where are the buzz of this here, exactly? Well, it's... And thought of that far ahead. Yes, I did. It's the carvings. There's definitely something on there.
Are you sure?
I'm desperate. I wonder where it could be. Whoa, 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 whoa. Carves the big. These butterflies carries a soul to the Twilight Realm.
I say, could you please add it to bit? In these butterflies from the 7th century carries minima so elementary.
Hurry up and add that to your testimony so I can object to you. And be like, objection! You'll be like, wow! And then you'll like go bald. Why wasn't that ever happen after Winston Payne?
Hold it!
I believe this butterfly design conceals some sort of secret. Oh yeah? Why don't you check it out for yourself then, huh? What's with that smug look on his face? I think I'll do just that, Your Majesty, if I could.
Nothing unusual here. Well, the fence, what have you discovered?
I'm afraid I haven't discovered anything, Your Majesty, because I'm stupid. Here, I'll return it now. I told you. Didn't I tell you? Ugh. Then in that case, there must be some secret to the trick to the key. Ha ha ha. Now you're suspicious of the key, are ya?
There's just no reason with this, man. The key is forced to lock open. There's no other explanation.
That's right. It's created the box by opening without using this minimum key. Wait, what did you just say? Sing it as many times as I have to get through your thick lawyer skull.
Only the minimum key unlocks the treasure. Force it and reap the founder's displeasure.
Yeah.
Can I forget about the fences, hey? Could you please add that to your testimony? Oh, so like this will never better, do you?
Let's see. Should I have him swap in this statement? Yes, please. I believe the witness just sang a very important statement. I would like to switch into his testimony.
Very well. Witness, if you would.
I have to. Carve it into your brain, lawyer man. Only the minimum key unlocks the treasure. Force it and reap the founder's displeasure. Oh! Oh, I'm being dumb. What's the minima key? It's the Megatama key. Ah, he slipped up. Just a minute, Mr. Andiston. You just called your key the minima key, didn't you? But didn't you originally say it's called the Megatama key? Ah!
The Minima Key? What's that?
I don't know, Your Majesty, but apparently, it's a rather crucial question. What? What's the big deal? So I said the wrong thing. So what? Simple slip of the tongue.
An A for effort, Mr. Wright, but your grandstanding betrays your desperation. I'm afraid a small slip of the tongue like that adds absolutely nothing to your argument.
What say you, defense? Isn't it an important detail?
Judging by Andiston's reaction, I'd say it's everything my argument needs. Yes, Your Majesty, it's very important. This key is apparently not the Megatama key, but rather the Minima key. And I believe this discrepancy holds great significance for the defense. Nah, man, just a meaningless mistake. Insignificant. You're on the crazy train nowhere, lawyer man.
Your Majesty, please don't pay the defense any heed. It's all nonsense.
To tell the truth, I'm not really clear on what the defense is driving at myself. However, I am eager to find out.
What?
Defense, you will explain yourself like your life literally depends on it. Because it does. Now then, the name of the key is the name of the key an important detail?
Yes, it's an absolutely important detail, I think. Because the Minima key is connected to the Founder's orb.
I see. Very well. In that case, please show the court the grounds on which you are basing this claim.
The grounds, Your Majesty?
Oh, finally. I've been wanting to say this for the past like million years.
Yeah, I have to come up with something, anything, even if it's just a bluff. The Minima key. Minima.
There has to be something where the Minima and the
Orb together.
Oh, I figured this out like a million years ago. Here, take it. Take this stupid piece of paper.
Take that!
What's that? Song ceremony?
All this time, the answer was right there in front of me. I'm so stupid. It's right there in the song of ceremony performed during the dance of devotion. Your Majesty, the song of ceremony tells of the treasure of the founder of Kuranism. But hidden within its lyrics is a secret behind how to really open the treasure box.
Oh,
Holy.
mother! Well, how can that be, defense?
The song of ceremony contains the following lyrics. When the butterfly embraces the Minima, the favor of the orb is bestowed. I believe the Minima here refers to the Minima key.
Well, yes, it is the same word, but that doesn't mean...
We've been calling this key the Megatama key. And that's why I inserted the key into the lock with the Megatama design on it. That was obviously not the right way to use it.
And I suppose you know the right way.
I do, Your Majesty. To use the key properly, you have to first... flip it. If we turn the Megatama shape upside down like this... Oh wait, I don't think that's right. It becomes the Kurani symbol of the soul. In other words, a Minima. There we go. Yeah, sorry.
Oh my, absolutely right. But now what do you do with it? It's too big to fit in the lock that way.
Oh,
I knew he was just bluffing. Bluffing lies the only tools of a trade, it is.
there must be some other place this key fits, but where? Let's see. What were the words of the song ceremony again? When the butterfly embraces the Minima, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Am I gonna do my little logic minigame now? No, of course not. Where the Minima actually be used? Oh, I see. So like, oh shoot.
Got it!
Oh, here we go. Here we go, boys. Skadoosh! And open. How do you like that, boy?
Oh, I'm so my goodness, the treasure box, it really opened.
No way, man!
What? No!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real secret behind the Song of Ceremony. It's the true key to opening the treasure box. It's all over, Mr. Payne.
How so?
Let's say someone was fooled and trying to force the front-facing lock open. Sadly for them, it won't budge. It's because the lock is, after all, just a decoy.
But then what you're saying is,
Neither the victim nor the defendant would have been able to open the box. They therefore had no way of stealing the treasure. The only one who could have stolen it is the one man who knew about the Minima key. Pease, Lubin, and Distant.
Ah!
But I'm not done yet. Please recall the scene of the crime. On the floor of Mr. Roll's body was a very unlocked and very open treasure box. Only someone who knew how to open the box could have left it in that state. Ugh. And so, there can only be one true culprit. Admit it, Mr. Andiston, you're the one who killed Mr. Roll.
Ah!
oh.
Ow! Huh?
Cuckoo.
Dead.
It appears the defendant has died. Well,
Curse him. It's all his fault. Why do you have to try and steal the treasure? Why'd I have to spot him with that box? On my way to the storeroom after the morning dance. It's his fault I had to cause that blackout and clock him good. I couldn't let my secret get out. Nobody could know the treasure box was empty. I lose my position as head monk. Who knows what else they'd do to me? I couldn't let. I had to stop him. Maybe if you didn't steal him in the first place. Oh, that makes sense, dude.
what a shocking development. I can scarcely believe it. Nothing like this has ever happened since the GC Act was enacted 23 years ago.
No. My perfect, unblemished record. Destroyed. Incredible pain. Ruined. No!
Bum bum bum!
That was the biggest twist and draw.
Did the lawyer really win? I can't believe it!
No way. This can't be happening.
Order! Peace! I said peace! Honestly speaking, I'm just as shocked as everyone else. But the truth has been made known, so it's time for me to give my verdict. In the name of the Holy Mother, this court finds the accused, I'll be your guide, not guilty.
Pink butterflies. Woo, yeah.
We don't have confetti in this courtroom. We have pink butterflies fly around you.
I'm bald now.
Let the pink butterflies fly!
Bye, butterflies. It was nice knowing you. We're making the text really slow for this part for some reason. There's still quite a commotion.
people in the gallery show no sign of clearing out. I can't believe it. Not guilty.
I'm still in shock. Can you believe that guy?
I can feel everybody's eyes on me. This can't be happening. It's impossible.
Oh, Holy Mother, preserve us.
I've never been in a defender lobby quite this uncomfortable.
Mr. Wright,
Oh, Albie.
thank you. Thank you so much for what you did for me.
I'm just glad it turned out okay. It was touch and go there for a while.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Wright. I had a really hard time trusting you at first.
That's okay, Albie. I know how unpopular lawyers are in this country. But how did it ever get this way in the first place?
Allow me to explain. At least, I wish I could explain. But I don't really know why. I never even questioned it before today. By the time I was born, all the lawyers were already gone. As far back as I can remember, verdicts have been based on her benevolence as insights.
Right. Rafa, the royal priestess.
You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair. Do explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality.
Partiality.
Why did I read that wrong again? Oh my god, I just...
Pardon, she really believes in what she says, but even with their benevolence to divination seances, lawyers are still necessary. Without proper defense, people could easily wind up receiving wrongful convictions.
Mr. Wright!
Shh! Huh?
Don't say that so loud! People might think you're a rebel. You could be arrested.
A rebel?
That's right. One of those people going against our queen in the court system.
Whoa.
They call themselves the Defiant Dragons.
Oh, is that who Dirk is?
They're led by a scary guy named Dirk.
Yeah.
They'll do anything to overthrow our eminence, even commit crimes.
Dirk. I remember people in the gallery mentioning that name.
The things you're saying sound a lot like the stuff they say. But you're not scary like that Dirk guy.
Pardon the intrusion. Pardon the intrusion. You. Yeah, you. I want to talk to you, see? Flight, is it? Right, sir. Phoenix Wright. And you are? I'm the Kuranese Minister of Justice. The name's Igna Karkal Kurain. I don't get it. I oversee the whole legal shebang. I was watching that three-ring circus on there. You were? Wow, the Minister of Justice. So he's in charge of the entire court system. Defense Culpability Act and all.
Minister Inga, how are you, sir?
Run along, Mini Monk. Grown-ups are talking here.
Yes, sir. Very sorry, sir.
May I help you with something? Just want a good look at you. Guys like you aren't exactly a dime a dozen around here. Huh. Well then. He's eyeing me like I'm some kind of exotic creature in a cage. Oh yeah, might as well share this little morsel with you. Turns out Roll was a seasoned thief. A repeat offender, see? Had my men look into it, they found all the booty he'd built right there in his digs.
But he seemed like such a nice man. Why, Mr. Roll, why?
Guess he was doing it for the family. What a mook.
Mook? How can you say that?
Huh. Guess that kind of sob story gets your common folk all misty-eyed, huh? Anyway, another thing. I had my men check out that distant fella, too. He wasn't the one with the sticky fingers. It's the insurgents.
What?
They put the squeeze on our head monk, apparently. So he gave up the founder's orb and tried to keep it hush-hush. Well, I see. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, say, White. That was a cute little number you pulled in my courtroom today, wasn't it? First not guilty ruling in 23 years. You're making waves, see? Stirring the pot. Catch my drift? Oh, well Yikes, I'm in for it now. Huh. But thanks to that song and dance, we know our precious national treasure got nicked. So I'm gonna call it a wash and let it slide this time. But all I did was defend the accused.
You do best to read between the lines here, chump. You're standing on thin ice. You get my drift? Even a dirty, no-good, good-nick punk knows how to cash in his chips before the house steps in. Do us both a favor and keep an eye on the path you're walking down. You never know whose toes you might be stepping on. This ain't your turf, buddy. Never forget whose soil it is you're standing on.
Yikes, he was kind of scary, wasn't he? Yeah, well, no use worrying about it. We have more important things to think about. Such as, when can we continue the sightseeing tour?
Tour? Oh, anytime, sir. We still have plenty of time till Miss Mai's training ends. There's still lots more temples to see, and all kinds of local foods to eat. I can show you the natural beauty of the area, and the waterfalls used for training. And I haven't shown you the breathtaking mountain view from the Plaza of Devotion yet. And there's a place where the day also sleep.
Alright, slow down, Albie. There's plenty of time.
And when we're done with all that, we can go see Miss Maya together.
Yeah, you bet. Maya, wonder how she's doing. Hope she's okay. Oh, that was a long first case. Holy crap.
2 episodes for 1 case. Two really long episodes for 1 case.
How about that not guilty, Dirk?
Oh.
I heard.
He's... Oh.
Sounds
think I'll
like
give
the
him the
winds
Gant
of
voice.
change are beginning to stir.
Ooh. Mysterious. Very mysterious. And that's the end. Alright. Well, that was a pretty good first chapter. I enjoyed that pretty thoroughly. I thought his whole I'm gonna rock out, yeah. I don't know, got a little bit okay, no. It was a little bit boring near the end, but I think it worked. So yeah. Overall, I think I liked the first case though. I hope you guys did too. I can't wait to play more of this game, and yeah, I think the next case is an Apollo case, so I'm so excited because I don't know, I'm having an urge to play more Apollo stuff. You know, it's just like he's so good, man, and yeah, hopefully it'll be good. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. So you're gonna see more awesome game. We're playing it till the end as always, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.